Welcome to the Urban Cowgirl Show. Part 5, Pairs Driving for Farming. With Eve and her daughter Sadie in pairs pulling with cross-check reins and butt rope. We're hoping that we'll feel confident that we can let them move forward with all this tack on, although we only have 3 of us today, so we'll only do it if we feel that they are behaving and of the right attitude. Now I'm showing you under the harness. You want to walk over there? Eve is trying to scratch herself. You never know what's going to get stuck on what. Under the harness we have set up a place for the straps coming from the britchin to the surcingle. Let me see if I can zoom in on this for you so you can see what I'm talking about. To tell you the truth, we're not even sure that this is the proper placement of those straps. And we're trying to do it now on Sadie with similar tools, dog collars, choke chains. The objective being, that we want that strap from either side of the britchin to make it to the surcingle strap that's under the belly and centered. So we're going to continue to adjust these straps, and then if we feel that we've got it, we'll turn on the video again. We'll put on the check reins, we'll put on the butt rope in the right place, and see if we can move forward. Well, it's starting to rain. It's only September, but it's starting to rain, so this is going to be a really short session. It's the beginning of a new video, a new Urban Cowgirl show, so I'm just going to show you, as a review, what we've done to get ready for cross-check rein driving, harness driving. We have put the cross-checks on Eve and Sadie. And we've got the spreaders on. We don't have the butt rope on yet because we're not going to use the butt rope unless we feel we need it. Most horses, when they're first learning to pairs drive, will separate their butts. So the butt rope is a solution to that problem, I believe, invented by and used by Doc Hamill. We have a butt rope. Another thing we've done for today, because Doc Hamill warned us that if those drive lines that Katie is holding there happen to go through the spreader ring, we would lose control. And you want to do anything you possibly can not to lose control. So I took some simple carabiners and put them on the buckle that we don't want to slip through the spreader ring. And we've tried it here before we start driving, and it works. The carabiners on either side of that buckle makes that buckle wide enough that it doesn't go through the spreader ring. We also have connected the quarter straps from the harness to the belly band of the surcingle. I'm going to stop the camera and show you how we did that with dog collars. Where the camera is aimed right now is the belly band of the surcingle. At the bottom of the belly band, under the belly, there's a dog collar. And the straps that go from the britchin to the surcingle connect to the dog collars. We had to use dog collars, 1 on Sadie, 2 on Eve, because she's a little longer, to reach those straps. I bought these harnesses over the internet, both the same size, yet my horses are slightly different sizes. So we're making do. We're making do with carabiners, with dog collars, with extra straps that we have around, and with very minimal documentation, we have actually tacked up Eve and Sadie for pairs driving today with a cross-check reins. Another tack concern that we have, which we will in due time figure out how to deal with it, maybe go back to Doc Hamill's DVD number 2 and see how he does it, is we don't necessarily want to use the over check or the side check, but we do worry about that collar being not connected to the surcingle. We'd like to have something keeping the surcingle forward. It's connected to the britchin, but if something were to pull on the surcingle to have it go backward, there'd be no contrary force to keep it in position near the collar. So we're going to figure out something else to use for that, and maybe consult Doc Hamill about it. Well, there's still only 3 of us. A 4th helper did drive up, but he's not coming here. We don't want the horses to stand here and get antsy. So in light of the fact that it is starting to drizzle, here's what we're going to do. We feel that it's the next small step. I'm going to go to Sadie's head. Angela's at Eve's head. Katie is at the drive lines. We're going to ask for just a couple steps forward.
You need to tug on her leaf rope when she starts doing it.
Here we go. Okay, you're going to ask for it, and you and I are going to keep their attention. Okay?
Step up. Step up.
Okay, stop.
Oh.
Whoa. Okay. Okay. You know, there's a book called Half Pro Course that says it takes the father of that family 6 years to train a pair of horses to drive together. Well, we've been doing this for less than a year. We just took our first couple steps. We didn't know if they'd start separating at the head or at the tail. We didn't know what to expect. It's a weird weather, sounds from the neighbors. We're in an urban rural setting that are weird sounds. But geez, we're just gonna call this our note of resolution today. And next time, take some more steps when we have at least 1 extra hand, and then see if we're gonna need the butt rope. Because we have the butt rope ready to go, and a prior show shows you how we are attaching it to the Hames rings. Here's a postscript. Doc Hamill talks about a jockey stick for helping to keep the horses together when you first pairs drive. Katie's going to show you what we're going to do with this piece of PVC and how the jockey stick works. That would help us. We're concerned about their different speeds, and if they're connected to each other at the halter, and we're using webbed halters, with this piece of PVC in an easy way, like we could immediately quick release if we had to, they'd be more inclined to move together. And then the butt rope, they'd be more inclined to keep their butts together. And then we'll be training them with repetition so that they'll be more inclined to move together, to pull together, to farm together. That's the objective. And you can probably tell now, it is drizzling. First attempt to use the jockey stick to keep the horses at the same pace. We're ready to try it. It's connected. And we've been just at a stand here, all of us standing, pulling on it so they feel that pull. And notice that we do have the full harness on except for the drive lines, and we do have the harnesses on each horse with their quarter straps. We added those to keep the britchin in the right place. There's a lot of tack involved in this, and we're learning as we go. We're being extremely careful. And it's in my hand today because I'm not going to use it, but this is our butt rope. Once we're sure that they'll keep their heads together and therefore stay at the same pace, we need to make sure they keep their butts together. So we're going to use this butt rope, which goes from the halter through the britchin, around the butts, and back to the halter, which is another desensitization process because we have this rope pushing them against their hips as they move. But the idea is to keep the horses parallel. Both the jockey stick and the butt rope were suggested by Doc Hamill in his Fundamentals DVD.
Doc Hamill has the butt rope going from the...
Oh, that's right, not from the halter. Thank you for the correction. Hey, the sun's coming out and so the flies are coming. just, you know, one small step. Oh, you disconnected already. Okay.
I knew she was going to throw her head back.
Yeah. Yeah, these flies are a problem in the Hamels DVDs too in Montana. And it's only October and it's already raining. We expect the weather to cool off and the flies to disappear. And in between rains, we hope to be able to continue with our training. Okay, so the jockey stick, can we get them to accept that pressure from each other without having any kind of predator-prey problem, concern, spooky object problem? If we can go a couple steps, I'm a little baby steps kind of person here in this training. What do you suggest, Katie?
I think we should walk.
Okay, are you going to turn around and walk with her? Are you going to face her?
I'm going to walk
yeah,
next
it's
to her,
almost better to walk with. I luckily can be an extra person here, not operate the camera because we have a camera operator. I'm going to stand here. Now, if we have a spook, we also have an extra person here, Everett. And Everett, the quick releases, which would cause, you know, the jockey stick to spook them, are right here on their halters. But from our past experience, if you have a spook and a horse that's not paying attention to you, not trusting you, sometimes it's hard to get to the quick releases, or it's dangerous to get to them. But one thing we learned at our last spook was don't yell. Just try to get their attention, but don't yell because that only makes it worse. We were yelling, ho, 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 and we realized that made it worse. But it's your inclination to try to say things loudly, not with horses. Say things promptly, timely, consistently, but not loudly. Okay, it's your guys' move forward.
Step up. Step up. Step up.
Watch the butts. Are they separating? Okay, stop for a minute.
Oh.
Whoa. Okay. Eve, step forward. She's a faster walker. So she stopped, and Sadie stopped an instant, a second or two later, but now Sadie's behind Eve. Let's see if Katie can ask Sadie for a small step forward.
Oh.
We got the left leg. Can we get the right leg? And get her balance. Good.
Good girl.
Gosh, I'm inclined to call that a moment of resolution, but I'm not gonna because we're gonna be brave. Wise and brave. We're gonna try it again. See whether their butts separate. Maybe we'll never have to use the butt rope. Depends on this pair of horses who are mother and daughter. Very nice. Okay, oh.
Oh.
Whoa. And now what I'm going to do, I'm going to quick release this jockey stick. I'm going to ask Katie and Angela to turn the horses around. And now you're going to get to see, we hope, without incident, this process again, but from the front. Good girls. You want to put that on? Put that on. We're going uphill a little bit now. Will that make a difference? Will that slow Eve down? They're seeing different things in front of them. It's up to you guys when you're ready.
Step up. Step up.
Yeah, Sadie's going faster now.
Easy. Steady. Whoa.
Oh, nice. Now, can you come, both of you, in the G or the right direction with the jockey stick on? And then when we're in front of the camera, we're for sure going to say, that's it for today.
Step up. Step up. Step up, G. Oh. Oh.
Good. Good. They're wondering, what's the big deal? I think they don't mind that feeling on the halter. I think they're okay on it. But there was a cat here a few minutes ago. If a cat came running in front of Eve, I know Eve is kind of afraid of cats and bunnies. Would we have a problem? We'll always be very, very careful. And that's why we're taking baby steps and making sure we have quick releases and extra people to help us. See more at www.urbancowgirlchannel.com.